Naira devalued 22.7% against the US dollar on Monday as interbank market trading began following the removal of a central bank currency peg. Now, the Naira traded at 255 against the dollar on Monday, weakening from the 197 peg maintained by the central bank for the last 16 months. Now, so that's what's happening in Nigeria. Quickly, let's go on to the telephone straight to Nigeria, where Ayo Teriba, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Economic Associates Consultancy, is joining us on the telephone. Ayo, if you can hear me, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon.
Now, with what's happening in Nigeria now, inflation is soaring at nearly 16% this month. How will the devaluation of the currency impact on inflation and cost of living, which is already high?
Right. Yes, Nigeria is trying to deal with the crisis presented by the collapse of the price of crude oil. And the news is that the central bank has finally decided to let go of the Naira and allow the market to find a value for the currency.
Right.
That has meant a devaluation of the official rate, the interbank rate. But it has also meant an appreciation of the parallel market rate. So you have a double-edged sword there.
Okay.
You have an official rate that has been artificially pegged since February last year has now been devalued. But the unofficial rate that has been priced by the market all along and that has climbed to as high as 370 Naira to a US dollar before the announcement has climbed back towards 300 to a US dollar now. So you have to square well, you could say the not so pleasant news of the official devaluation with the very pleasant news of the appreciation of the parallel market, which seems to be the one that is being priced to consumer goods.
I see.
Now, about the inflation indeed priced in the devaluation of the parallel market rate in recent months. The parallel market rate had raised, from like 250 Naira per US dollar to close to 400 Naira per US dollar.
Precisely.
In the first half of this year. So I don't think that the inflation is a problem.
Okay.
I think it's one-off, reflecting the removal of the petroleum subsidy, reflecting the increase in the electricity tariff and the devaluation in the parallel market rate that we had hitherto. Now that you have the appreciation in the parallel market rate, I expect to see that inflation correct itself. So I don't think it's something to worry about.
I see. And this move is something that was expected a long time ago. Nigeria has done it. But there are concerns in some quarters that the devaluation could exacerbate bad debts, already standing at about 10% of bank loans. I don't know if you agree with that concern.
That the devaluation will do what?
Would already exacerbate bad debts, which already stands at 10% of bank loans. I wanted to find out if you agree with that concern as well.
It's a devaluation that has been long expected. You've had this devaluation overhang now for more than a year. It's been long expected. Many market participants have called for it.
Absolutely.
So I don't think it's going to, because indeed the rate that rules everyday activities in Nigeria is the prime market rate, and that's one is not being devalued. That one is appreciating on its own. So you have to square it. I'm not sure there are too many bad news here. I think the market has largely received the news of the devaluation of the official rate as positive.
I see. Finally, many analysts expected more of a temporary regime or the central bank to opt for an interim regime where there will be two rates and continued controls. But this did not happen.
There's nothing like that. There's nothing like that.
Okay.
They did away with that. They said so, I think, 3 or 4 weeks ago. But in the present situation, the central bank will be a participant in the market.
Right. Okay. And how would this impact on foreign investors?
Foreign investors had long, made clear that they would prefer a more flexible pricing of the exchange rate, and they would prefer a more transparent, foreign exchange regime. So I think this is positive news for foreign investors.
Great. I want to
particularly those who have foreign exchange to bring in, and who are worried that they will be forced to surrender it at 200 per US dollar when the open market rate is trading at more than 300. So they're happy now to bring their money in because it's going to be priced by the market, not by an official fiat.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your time this evening. Ayo Tariba, there is the CEO of Economic Associates Consultancy, joining us from Nigeria as we speak at the moment to give us some more details on the decision to devalue the currency there. And that's how market is responding to that. But market activity on the Ghana Stock Exchange ended with the market index closing on a positive note as trading revolved around banking stocks. UT Bank led the pack of gainers for the week, appreciating almost 15% in value during the week.
UT Bank recovered more than half of its losses in the past weeks, appreciating 14.29% in value to close at 8 pesos. Farm milk followed closely, increasing in value by 8.7% to close at 8 cedis, while Cow Bank edged up by 5% in value to close at 84 pesos.
UT has not been performing well for a while, and I think that fundamentally their performance has been weak also. So it's not only that the general downturn was kind of dragging them down, their performance was also not too good. Probably it's gone so low that investors believe they can pick some value from the equity, so they are bidding for it, causing the price to go up.
Top 3 losers for the week were Societe Generale, Enterprise Group Limited, and Standard Chartered Bank. Meanwhile, an Accra High Court has cleared pharmaceutical firm Starwin Products of any wrongdoing in the sale of majority of its shares to Danex through a right.
In SPL. What they intend to do is to combine the activities of Danex and SPL. So investors are likely to benefit from a bigger entity. I think that there's still room and opportunity for them to grow bigger and to return very good value to investors.
So that's it for business.